Hey guys, Chris Atchison here from the Southwest Florida RE Group, powered by MVP Realty. I'm here today again with my colleague and expert, Kristen Wilkinson, and today we're going to be looking at a specific segment within the Southwest Florida real estate market. We're going to be looking at Naples specifically. And in the coming weeks, we're actually going to take a look at some other segments as well, Bonita Springs, Estero, maybe look at just condos or villas or some actual individual communities as well. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we're going to jump right into Naples, and I'm going to hand it off to Kristen here to take us through the report.
Okay, so this market report is going to be post shutdown. So from May 1st, when we started opening back up phase one, to yesterday, which was June 11th. So May 1st to current day. What we have found that's notable is that the failed listings across the three categories has tapered off, but is still up over the same period of time in 2019. Average days on market is down along with number of closed sales, and median price per square foot is up slightly, signaling a market with low inventory. So our first slide here talks about the median price per square foot. So we can see this is actually stabilized. In my opinion, I think that we're going to see like a pendulum effect. It's starting to swing the other way. This was down and now it's starting to go back up, but you can see it's not up so high. It's just starting to go that way. So we'll see in the coming weeks if this goes up even higher. So, I mean, barely 1%. Condos are up 1% overall, and villas and townhomes are up the most at 5.4%. So keep that in mind if you have a villa or a townhome.
All right, so this slide is obviously the median price per square foot, median close price, right? So this is once the contract is done and they actually close on the house, what the median price is. And as you can see, it's actually gone up for 2.2% relative to the same time period of last year for single family homes. Condos, as we have seen in recent weeks, has been dropping quite a bit. But overall in the Naples market, especially with some of the higher end luxury condos, that median price decrease has gone down, isn't quite as severe. In the lower pricing categories or price points under 250,000, that's a little bit more significant. But right now, it's pretty much a flat, a little bit down. And then for villas and townhomes, the smallest category that we have, it's up about 2%. So it's healthy. It's not a drastic downturn like everybody was thinking. But we're going to be interested in seeing what these numbers do over the next several months, especially as the number of listings go up and the number of buyers start to come back. Obviously, the snowbirds are starting to leave this month, right? So in the summer, there's going to be a lot more listings and a lot less competition for buyers. So it could present some opportunities, especially for condo buyers.
Yeah. And to that point, I look every day online and I can see that the number of sold homes, although high, is not as high as the number of listings that are coming on the market. So I believe we are going to see that change. So here we are, the number of closed sales down, down, down. I mean, this is just because when you're thinking about a closed sale, it's 30 to 60 days. Median is 45 days. So where were we 60 days ago? We were in the middle of all of this shutdown and pandemic. So yes, that number is going to be down. Also, last we checked, we're about 50% less homes on the market. That number is ticking back up. But when you don't have that much inventory, there's not as much to sell. So that's why we're seeing these numbers down across the board.
Okay, so this is average days on market. This is a very important statistic in the world of real estate. And this kind of shows not only how much inventory is on the market, but it shows how quickly things are going under contract and closing ultimately. And surprisingly, these numbers are obviously down. The most in villas and townhomes and the single family and condos are both hovering around 15%, give or take. This is a little bit higher than versus the rest of Southwest Florida. Naples tends to take a little bit longer to close, but the numbers are going down, which means that if the house or condo or villa or townhome is priced right, it's getting sold quickly. So for the sellers out there, if you're actually considering selling, now is the time to, if you actually want to, get rid of your home quickly and avoid those HOA fees and carrying costs, you're going to want to place your, put your property on the market for an aggressive price, and it should sell pretty quickly. Okay. So that's the biggest advice we have for that. But it does show that we have a healthy market. But again, inventory is very low. Okay. It's very low right now, but we're expecting that to go back up in the coming months.
And then the last slide we have for you here is the failed listings. Remember, these are withdrawn listings, expired listings, terminated listings, and the number is still up. I mentioned in the beginning of this that it did taper off. And so you see that it is down a little bit. Again, we're looking at Naples as a whole, but failed listings up a little bit just over the same time last year, but not really significant. So I think that what that tells me is that homeowners are okay letting people into their homes. They're not pulling their homes off the market anymore. I think this is stabilizing. So we'll see what happens with expired listings, certainly in the coming months and weeks, as number of listings come up on the market.
Right. And that's it for now, guys. As I said before, stay tuned for some new types of market reports in the upcoming weeks. We're going to look at some larger communities down here. We're going to look at some other cities. We're going to give you the overall generic, Southwest Florida market update report itself, obviously moving forward. And just stay tuned with us. All of you out there on, Facebook and Instagram, feel free to give us a thumbs up. Feel free to share with your friends. And be sure to check us out at SWFL Virtual Real Estate, our Facebook group, for some tips and tricks on home buying and just some other really important market information out there. Thanks so much for joining us, guys, and take care.
Thanks.